Today we have part 2 of Lisa Sugart's interview with Pathway to Recovery's Director of Prevention Education, Eileen Panzarella. The discussion picks up with Panzarella giving parents and guardians more advice on how to talk to kids about gun violence after a deadly school shooting in Texas.
It's called After the Crisis, Using Storybooks to Help Children Cope. So they can maybe Google that or just look online for some resources that might be out there. And, you know, if they're very concerned, we have 211. 211 is a great informational line where they have all the resources in, you know, our county or whatever county they're from. And if you tell them the issue, they could connect somebody to a hotline or to a service that could help them. And then also, you know, just looking online, you could find a lot of good resources there about just how to talk to your child about this issue and what's going on.
Eileen, do you think that COVID had any impact on maybe more people now seeking assistance for mental health issues, or did it make the situations worse?
Well, I think both. I think more people are seeking help after COVID. I mean, we are seeing it in the schools, we're seeing it in the adult population. So I do think COVID has exacerbated the issues that people have, and maybe also made them more aware that, you know, there is help, because we're talking more about it now since COVID, because we know that the isolation, all of that happened was really detrimental on that to a lot of people. So we are talking more about it, and that's making people more aware, and maybe they're reaching out. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword there, that it caused issues, but hopefully more people know about what's available.
COVID really, I mean, the kids weren't able to get together and be with their friends and their peers. There was no social interaction, only via computers. And so that really changed society, and I'm sure it'll have an impact for many years to come.
Yes, I think we're going to continue seeing this.
All right, so for those watching us then, the best advice, I guess, is if you think you need help in any way, shape, or form, you should not be afraid to ask for it, because there is no stigma anymore. It's just an illness like anything else. And, you know, if you have a cut on your hand, you need to get it treated. You have illness this way, you need to get it treated as well. We have to think of it as that way, that you just go get help for a medical condition, and that's what you do.
And that's exactly what it is. It's, you know, an issue in the brain, just like any other medical issue.
And the people that do come then, and do come for counseling in that, once they've taken that step and they're doing things like that, I'm sure it changes their whole perspective.
Yeah, definitely. There's, you know, they're feeling better. They're able to talk about the issues. And we're finding out more and more that a lot of mental health issues are based on the past. We call them adverse childhood experiences. And that, so looking at those experiences from the past and being able to finally deal with them is really relieving for them, and then able to let them move forward.
Well, Eileen, thank you. Very important information. I'm sure it's a discussion that will be continuing for a long time. Hopefully we don't have other incidents like we had in Texas. And hopefully if people do need mental health assistance, they will not hesitate to ask for it.
Right. Nobody's going to look down on a person for reaching out, especially people working in this field. They understand it. They know what it's about. So don't feel embarrassed. Make the call.
Today's news feature is brought to you by The Cheese Store and more. Go to their Facebook page to see their specials and check out their catering menu.